Going. Yo, 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 what's going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown, episode 358. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and tonight I'm joined by Emilio Lopez.
Conan, what is best in life?
Carlos Romero.
Yo, yo, yo.
Adam Vale.
How you doing? How you doing?
Brett Murdoch.
What's up?
All right, and we got a very special guest, first time on Throwdown, even though he is a fan of ours, and we are a fan of his show as well. Mr. Armando, a.k.a. Chancleta Mangu. What is going on, brother?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, yo, so I got to tell people how this went down, because you were like, oh, I'm free tonight. I don't have to do any recordings. I could listen to Throwdown Live. I'm like, hold on, let's get him in here, man. Fuck that. Yeah, you know?
It's so funny. I was talking to Alyssa, my co-host, about that earlier, and I was like, yo, listen, I gotta call myself a fraud for that, because we used to record at like 10 p.m. So like I just had it in the back of my mind, like, oh man, I can't watch the Throwdown live. But we switched to about 6 p.m. like maybe a few months ago. So I'm a fraud. I could have been watching this live, but I like your YouTube stuff because whoever edits the videos down to like make them clips for like the topics and stuff. I like that. I like the bite-sized.
By the way, that's all Carlos's idea right there, you know?
Look at that. We were just talking about this.
I just gave somebody in here some ammo.
Yeah. Although we both got to, pop our collars because we both do them. Like I do the questions one. I'm the one that slips up. I don't get those up sometimes. And then Carlos handles the throwdown. So we know we got a good, but that's all his idea, So shout out to Carlos for that. That's dope. And okay. Since you're a first timer, we're going to give you our usual ritual of origin story, but a couple of things we have to do is we were just talking about this before the show. We got to give a huge shout out to Mr. Danny Pena for landing a gig at G4. He's going to be head of editorial there. So all the gaming stuff that you see, it's going to be all him. So shout out to him, man. And it's just cool seeing one of us up there doing his thing,
Good stuff, man.
I ain't Dominican.
Yeah. No, he's one of us, man. He's one of us, But
you wear socks, and you're not one of them. We know. Take the socks off, buddy.
Yeah, so now you know why Danny has moved to LA, But it's dope stuff, man, seeing him there. So we're gonna see some big things. And Danny and I may collaborate on something over this weekend, but I'll talk about that later.
It's really cool that just to see him out there, and also this is officially would be his first video game industry job, wouldn't it? It would be, right?
Like obviously he's gotten paid gigs or whatever, but first
this is for like a big company.
Oh
He's been hired as a freelancer and a talker and stuff like that. So, but this is like the official, like he is the guy now. Yeah,
exactly. And also, we got to give a shout out to Chris, who's unfortunately not here with us tonight because it's his birthday and he's celebrating. So happy birthday to Chris.
Lisa, it's your birthday.
But I will say this, though, come Sunday, financial time. So get ready for that. Get ready for that. All right, man. Yeah, let's do this. So, Armando, man, we got to know a little bit about you, brother. So, what is your gaming origin story? What got you into games, man? What was that like instant? We're like, oh man, this is it. This is it.
All right. So my older brother is 8 years older than me. So I've had games in the house and stuff like that, like since an early age. Like we had an NES and an SNES, but I didn't really gravitate to those. Like those didn't like wow me and stun me and make me a gamer. It wasn't until I have to say it was '98. He came home one day, running down the apartment steps, dropped a bag on the living room table, and it was an EB Games bag. And I remember he came back into the living room, pulled out a PlayStation 1, pulled out Cool Borders, Silent Hill, Final Fantasy 7.
Oh.
And I'll never forget that day because when I think back to it, it's funny how much of like my interest in games are rooted in those three games. I hate.
That's a hell of an introduction.
Yeah, it is. Again, before that, we had an SNES, so like I was playing Super Mario 3, I was Super Mario World, all those games. I remember like the first thing that wowed me in a game was I was playing Super Mario 3, and like I'm playing the first level, and my brother's watching me, and I run past that first invisible cloud in like the first level, and he like stops me, and he's like, "Wait, hold on." He's like, "Hold on, I gotta show you something." And he jumps, and I'm like, "The fuck?" I'm like, this is like the fourth wall. He like broke a wall that I didn't know was there. So that was the first thing that wowed me, but it was that PlayStation 1 that like really made me fall in love with games. Final Fantasy VII made me fall in love with RPGs and strategy and stuff like that. That's one of my top 2.
Nice.
Silent Hill, that was the first game he chose to play that day, and it was like a gloomy day out. It was dark. He chose not to turn the lights on, and that ruined horror games for me. I still can't play horror games. And snowboarding games, I'm still waiting for snowboarding games to come back again. Like, I miss me a good SSX Tricky, and
you might have some of that. You might have some of that.
I hope so, man. Bring back that EA big. And
they're not doing that, but Ubisoft with their Riders Republic has a snowboarding, and they do the tricks.
They got every sport in the world in there, it seems, you know.
So we'll see.
But that's the gaming origin. I mean, that's where it started. That's where the love started. And again, since my brother was so much older than me, he got every single console except for the GameCube. So I was lucky enough to have all the consoles at home because of him. My parents bought me my handhelds. And yeah, lucky enough to have everything but the GameCube. My mom decided not to buy me a GameCube because I was doing bad in school. But yeah, man, that's the origin. Also, PC game. I was like early PC like gamer. Like I was playing Quake and Unreal Tournament and this realistic shooter that I always think back to, but I can never remember the name. So it's just a memory at this point. Real time strategy games like Civilization and Command and Conquer, stuff like that. That was like super early years.
Damn, my man was going in.
Yeah, Sim Cities. Yeah, I lucky enough to have access to stuff. To be honest with you, I think back in like my brother having that computer, my aunt who lived down the street had a computer, and I was playing a lot of like those like Sims and all those kind of games on there. Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy, you know. Early years of like broadband.
Your brother was me with my brother because we're 18 years apart.
Oof.
Yeah, and it was like that. Like I had all the consoles, I would mod stuff, and then I'll make sure he had one modded, and I put all the games on. And he's like, I get everything, you know. And it's like, yeah, it was weird. It was weird because he was so much younger. But you know, we hang out, we still talk to this day.
Yeah, no, 100%. And it has pros and cons because my guy used to get home. And he used to be like, nah, it's time to get out the room. You know, like the consoles were in his room. He always used to remind me that. He's like, oh, these aren't your consoles. These are my consoles. I remember he showed up to my 5th grade graduation with a PS2 in hand. I saw him walk into the gym, and I was like, I know that blue box. I've seen that blue box a couple of times, commercials and all this stuff. And I was like, yo, you got me a PS2? And he was like, no. He was like, I got to go to work, though. And, you know, you could take it home and play it for a little while. But no, definitely did not get you PS2. Yeah, man, that's gaming origins right there.
All right, I gotta ask the follow up. What was the first console that was yours then, bruh?
The N64.
Oh, okay.
That was the one that was mine. I ended up leaving that in DR with some cousins. The only console that I had since young, and I gave it away. Kind of almost regret it, but cool. They enjoyed it more than I was enjoying it at the time. But yeah, and also the handhelds. All the handhelds were mine.
Nice.
Your mom's didn't lose her shit when she heard you left that consoles out in the DR.
Yeah. Yo, hold up. Right.
That decision was like partly driven by them too. Like they were like, look, man, like you got all these games at home. You got the computer. You got like at that time we had a PS2 and we had the original Xbox. So she was just like, do you really need this? And I'm not gonna lie. Admittedly, I did stop playing it as much as I, was playing it before we got the PS2 and all that stuff. So
because I was gonna say, man.
Now I think back, like, damn, why'd they make me give away my N64, man? Like, wish I still had that thing. But yeah, that's origins right there.
I'm the same way. I'm kind of similar to you guys. My brother is 10 years older than me, and he kept the NES, our original NES that I was born into essentially, and hate him till this day.
There you go.
Damn.
That's wild. Yo, hold up. We're getting some comments right here, man. Some good stuff. Oh, well, first of all, Pig Dan, man. Shout out to you, brother, with the bits, man. Hooking it up.
Shout out.
You know, we got I knew somebody was going to ask this question eventually. Where is it? Mighty Nerd, he goes, Adam, you got Red Earth? Yes, he does. That game was never released on consoles, that Capcom fighting game. Red Earth never came out. And then this one's fun. Does Mangu have a YouTube channel? He's very well spoken. I'm assuming he streams often.
Yeah, it's VG Amateurs. That's the channel I stream on. It's Video Game Amateurs is like the full name. And it's like the gaming crew I'm like part of. We throw events in New York. We stream. We have the podcast that been lucky enough to have Tony on and on before. It's called The Save Point. Yeah, definitely. And thank you. I appreciate that being well spoken. From a kid who used to be in ESL, that means a lot.
Oh, that's what's up, man. And then the other thing I got to ask you is like, and perfect segue too, is like, how did you get into like content creating? And I guess what was the inspiration for it? What made you go, okay, I need to get into this? Like, who are your inspirations and all of that?
Well, VGA, Video Game Amateurs, was something me and my friends put together, and it kind of stemmed off of us constantly hosting tournaments among friends, and we started realizing that like a lot of people were gathering around us and like the stuff we were doing for gaming. We were like, damn, maybe we should try to do a little bit more. And that's where like maybe about 2 months later, we went to a Stream NYC event where we met Danny, and you were there, but I personally didn't meet you that day.
Yeah.
And that's where we got cool with OS, and we ended up throwing an event at OS. And the streaming aspect kind of just was just like, like if we're playing games, it's a cool way to bond with the community and build up the brand, et cetera, et cetera. Alyssa, my co-host, actually came up to me and said, hey, like, you and I should start a podcast. Like, again, she's someone who's like, you're well spoken. We're always talking about games, and we could use that platform to kind of push that out. It's interesting. I think I told you this the night that we were hanging out with Danny.
Yeah.
My end goal for games is I want to compose music for video games. And so I've gotten past the idea that you have to take certain paths to get to a certain
there's no path. I'm telling you right now, there's no path to this, bro.
This is your path,
Yeah.
And so I saw the stuff me and the guys were getting together with VGA and, people coming around me and around us as kind of a sign to like, yo, like this is your opportunity to start leaning into that a little bit more. And yeah, man, that's end goal. The podcast it's a passion thing, all of it is passion driven. The word amateur, a lot of people think that it is, the way it's defined is someone who may not be good at what they do or something. Like you think amateur and professional, but amateur, if derived from the original Latin term, is just someone who does what they do because they love it. And so I play video games, I talk about video games, I do the video game thing because I love it. And and hopefully, like I do marketing as a day job. I'm currently unemployed, but marketing was a day job. So cool, if I could do marketing for gaming, that'd be awesome. And then, again, make my own path to hopefully compose music for video games in the future.
Yeah, that'll be dope. And I'm really glad you said that you're trying to forge your own path, because a lot of people, they still have this kind of stigma that's like, you need to do things this way, that way, or whatever to get it. Doesn't like that. Listen, you get 100 people that work in this industry, you're going to hear 100 different stories of how they got in there. So yeah, I'm glad you said that. Go ahead.
Part of it is hard work, and there's also a fair amount of it that's being in the right place and luck.
Yeah.
Who people don't like to believe that, but it's a combination.
All about who you know. It's what they call networking.
Yeah, listen, man, I'll tell you right now, I would not have gotten where I am right now if it wasn't for people that I knew. This is why I try to be nice to everybody, because you never know, and then when I get up to where I am, I'm trying to bring people along too, because that's what it's about. So you got to make connections. I know there's some people, and I'm talking about specifically like writers, not so much with content creators, because you have to be very outgoing to be a content creator, but like writers are more shy people and stuff. So they don't like to, like, I know people that are like professional writers that don't even post their own stuff. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? Get out there and show your stuff. So yeah, very important. But that kind of comes naturally with content creator. You got to be out there. And I like the fact that you're also doing it like, for real, like on the streets, talking to people and stuff. Because a lot of people just think, oh, I'll just go on Twitter network and I'll be there. No. That's a part of it, but I need the whole thing, Yeah, no,
100%. And I mean, the networking thing is big. Like if I hadn't met Danny, I wouldn't know you.
Yeah.
If I wasn't, because like networking wasn't a big thing of mine. I personally tell people like, oh no, I'm shy. I don't think I'm as much shy as I am timid, like on the approach. Like it's tough for me to approach somebody. Like Danny approached us. I would have never approached Danny. Wouldn't have approached you or anything like that. So of course, still got things to overcome. But yeah, networking is definitely big. That's helped a lot, you know. And yeah, people like yourself, man, like sending the ladder back down, so to speak.
That's it, man. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's just pay it forward. That's a philosophy I have. I feel that's a duty of people who keep getting up there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I do. So I always try to go on like and I hate to say this term, but it's just that's just the way it is. Like smaller podcasts or whatever, or have like content creators that may be behind. Let's bring them up, man. And if they go, and if there's a pass me, that's even better because that lets me know I did my job right. Because, and I mean, we go in a whole conversation about this, bro, because I feel like there's a lot of, for the lack of a better term, there's a lot of like selfish people in this industry, that only think about themselves. Like, here's the thing, right? When it comes to networking, I'm glad we're talking about this topic. Like, usually, and it's true when you talk about networking, you're thinking about, okay, what can networking do for me? Which is fine. You should think that, but you should also think, how can I use networking to help other people? I had that revelation, I think, when I was talking to Daniel. Like, hold up, bro. Like, that's just half the piece of the pie. What can it do for you? What about what networking can, how it can enable you to help others? That's important too. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, that's a whole other philosophy. It's like, if you, like, leave this earth better than you than it was before, then you've done your job, man. That's it. Manny, you gonna say something?
No, I totally just blanked on it.
Yeah, I almost blanked out a couple of times looking at Conan
that's
over
why
there.
I reproduce. That's why I reproduce.
That's it.
And then to do a great job with them, and then they can go do their thing. And I can be like, look, I fucked up, but look what I did with these shit. See, number 1 and number 2, fucking dead ass, right? Yeah. And there you go. Support them. Gotta go. Peace.
Yeah. Although I'm pretty sure your kids ain't gonna have the type of stories you got.
You moving out of New York stopped that from happening.
Yeah. Well, that was a catch 22 for me. Well, that's what I was saying. It's like a lot of people, when I tell my stories, are like, "Oh, don't you waste your kids?" No, I don't waste my kids on any of this shit that I went through. That's the whole reason why, like you said, I'm here. Once we decided to reproduce and bring something into the world, I'm like, then we gotta fucking leave because I can't. I don't know if they would follow my footsteps and go down that path, but they're gonna see a lot of the same shit, and I just wanted to avoid it the best I can. Eventually, when they get of their own age, they'll figure out their own path. But at least I could. At least shelter them a little bit more than you can back in the city.
Yeah. Yo, Armando, would you ever leave New York, man?
Oh, I want to, but I want to with knowing that I'm gonna come back. Like,
we always come back.
Yeah, and it's I guess it's kind of weird because y'all are from like the city. Like y'all are all from Queens.
Me and Manny from Queens. Adam's from all over the place.
Manhattan, Brooklyn.
Manhattan, Brooklyn.
And Chris is from Queens too.
I'm born and raised in Yonkers. I currently live in the Bronx.
Okay,
but I grew up in Yonkers, and so like, I don't know, like I have an attachment with New York, but I started understanding. It's a different life.
Different life, yeah.
I would say Yonkers is very close to parts of Queens.
Yeah, especially if you live in the southern Bronx. I mean, southern Yonkers. Where, like I grew up.
Yeah, closer to the city. Yeah.
But it's still different. Like I was thinking about this earlier. Remember, I was on the train one time. This is like one of the first times I was ever on a train. I was like 18. And one of my friends, he looks at me and he goes, "Hey man, I was on the train with one of my friends the other day, and she asked me, hey, where do you press to let the train know that you're getting off at the next stop? Because that's how it is on buses." And he laughs, and he's like, she didn't even know that this thing stops at every stop. And in the moment I stayed shut, and I was like, dude, I didn't even know that either.
Oh wow!
I was gonna ask you the same thing.
I would have pointed to the far end corner. I was like, "You see the little thing dangling? That little red thing over there? You pull that one. We're going real fast, and he'll stop wherever you need to go."
Yeah. So yeah, definitely a different life. But I do want to get. I'm just tired of the cold, Tony. That's all.
Man, I'm tired of this shit.
Yeah, I love the city, but damn, man. Winters hurt.
Yeah, I'll say this though. Like, I think to me the winters are just a price to pay because I'm one of those. I'm like, yo, listen, you're gonna have to take me like dead out of this city. Like, I do not want to leave. It's expensive, because I started working the shop. I got my first paycheck. I'm like, fuck. When they said that's all been touched since they take out, but I'm like, it's worth it, man. It's worth it. I would not want to live anywhere else, man. I'm one of those stubborn assholes, I'm like, I ain't fucking leaving.
That's the first thing I warned him about, because this is like Tony's first like full-time job, right? And I'm like, dude, once you see your check after state and city and the government have had their way with it.
Well, remember, some of that is going to come back to you.
Yeah, it's going to come back.
You're going to get that.
Yeah, some of that comes back. Unemployment, it gets covered in case some fucked up shit happens.
But when you initially,
it's that first one,
you see that first number, and then you compare it to what you're getting.
Yeah, once in that, you're like, oh.
It's so the wele, man. It's so the wele, but yeah.
They should start making salary offers after taxes. Like, yeah, this is the gross. It's probably what you're gonna end up with.
Yo, for real, man. It's crazy. But yeah, man, let's get into. I love these kind of chats, and I know that's why you're a fan of Throwdown too. We just talk about stuff, you know.
Boys talking, 100%.
That's it, and that's one of the things I always try to do with the show. And your show does this too, where it's just like, listen, you're not here listening to a gaming podcast. You're just listening to people chill, man, talking about games. You know. Yeah. That's what it's all about. As a matter of fact, at the end of the show, I want to read a very heartwarming comment we got about Throwdown from one of our longtime fans, one of the old school fans. So I'll save that for the end, man. But yeah, let's get into some gaming stuff, man. It sucks that we got to lead off with this one, but got to do it. We got to talk about state of play. We gotta talk about that state of play.
What was that? I don't know what that was.
Yeah. Oh my God. I think this was like State of Decay. I know it's an Xbox game, but still, man. So as we usually do on Throwdown, we're gonna go by these one by one. So bear with us, people.
All right, here we go.
All right, man. So the first, and this, I'm reading off of the PlayStation blog. So if they miss anything, blame it on them. Don't blame it on me. You know,
blame it on the rain, son.
Yeah. So the first game we have here is called Deathverse: Let It Die, a multiplayer survival action game built around a reality game show in which you'll fight it out for fame, glory, and fortune.
Question: Let It Die. This is not a sequel to Let It Die.
No. This is Deathverse: Let It Die.
Because Let It Die was the Suda51 game.
Yeah. No, the name of this game is Deathverse, and its subname is Let It Die.
Is that the free-to-play one?
Yes, I believe so.
That's a pass.
I don't need to know anything else. Any thoughts on it?
I mean,
yeah. We're gonna. This is a reaction you're probably getting for a lot of these people. So get ready. Yeah, man. Next up, we got OFK.
What's OFK stand for?
I don't know.
It's some sort of acronym. But as soon as I
sounds like a gang name.
As soon as I tried to decipher it, then I started to feel old, because maybe it's something I should that younger people know about that I don't know.
Yeah, it says indie pop band. I guess it's a fake band. Indie pop band. Or they could be a real band. Who the fuck knows? Indie pop band OFK teams up with the co-designer of Hyper Light Drifter for a new 5-episode music biopic series. What the fuck? So I haven't seen this. Again, I've been busy, so I didn't even see. Let me look at this trailer.
Tony, I'll just say you wouldn't want to watch this. This was I don't know what the hell this was.
Yeah, it was a weird one.
I'm just watching the trailer right now. What is this, bro?
I mean, the style is interesting, but I mean, yeah, it's.
Hey, yo, Carlos, can you get some of these videos up, or is that going to be a little bit difficult?
Yeah, it's going to be difficult because I'm multitasking.
All right, no problem. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, this looks whack.
That was whack.
Go ahead. Interesting thing about this one was they tried to like break the fourth wall and like trying to make like a state of play joke in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought that, but interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. I don't know about this. Definitely like an indie showcase type of thing. All right, next up we got. I'm guessing it's a Bug Snacks DLC expansion type of deal.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it is.
Again, I'm reading this off of PlayStation. Hungry for more Bug Snacks? New free update is coming early 2022, introducing a new island, living space, and the ability to dress up as your favorite Bug Snacks. You can tell a British person wrote this. They have a U in there in favorite.
Oh my god! Finally, somebody has addressed the massive demand for more Bug Snacks.
Yeah, right.
Bug Snacks.
Yo, I tried to play that game. It was a launch game, wasn't it? Like.
Oh,
yes, it was a PS Plus game. Like that month it launched.
Isn't it also secretly depressing? Like their world
is it?
It's some sort of funky dystopia where everybody's all the characters are actually depressed or something like that.
I don't know. I turned it off after 30 minutes. I couldn't handle it. So all right, there we go. Again, this is the reaction you're gonna get for a lot of these.
It only seems like a happy-go-lucky world, but really, it's like what is it? Where the Wild Things are? Remember if you remember seeing that?
Yeah, I remember Wild Things. Yeah, yeah.
All the monsters were depressed and had all kinds of mental issues.
Yeah, I didn't catch that when I was a kid, though. I didn't realize that.
No, the movie wasn't when you were a kid. Well, the Wild Things
wasn't it a book?
Yeah, it was a book, but
yeah.
It was like in the book, it's only like 10 pages long, but then they turned into this giant, this like 2-hour epic.
Oh, I didn't even know they made a movie. the only.
Oh, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
The movie, like they turned this little 10-page book into like this commentary on depression and living on a it's kind of interesting.
Oh, I didn't know they made a movie. Yeah.
It's more heady than the actual book is.
Yeah, my only experience is the books when I was a kid. All right, what do we have next up here? We have Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach.
I mean, folks like those games, so.
How do I see you're like what?
They print money for that guy. What was his name? Scott.
Well, not anymore. Didn't they get rid of him for reasons?
Oh, I don't know.
He was canceled. I know that.
I remember he was kind of a religious nut. So
yeah. All right. I never cared for these Five Nights at Freddy's games, so whatever.
I mean,
yeah,
that's probably one of the only ones that had like a big following.
It did. Yeah. I believe they have
on Steam. I remember it's always on Steam and top tier.
I always game. Yeah, go ahead.
This game is shown like at every PlayStation conference, if I can recall. It's like it's always it's always there.
Just like Deathloop.
It's just like Deathloop, but unfortunately, Deathloop already came out.
Yeah,
so
right.
They can't show that anymore.
Now people are still going. I hope they don't show it again.
As I remember, the Five Nights at Freddy's. This one also got delayed too. So
yeah,
I mean, it's.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
Armando, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say it was originally supposed to come out this month, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Oh, by the way, shout out to Piggy Dan once again for the bits. Appreciate that.
Thanks, Piggy Dan.
Shout out.
All right. For some reason I always get Five Nights at Freddy's confused with the it's like a top-down shooting game that kind of had the Vice game.
Hotline Miami.
Yeah. For some reason I get it confused for that.
It's the three words.
I think you're right about that. And they both sound like
different games.
Yeah, they're completely different, but and they also sound like 80s movies, All right, what do we have next? Ooh, this is interesting. Finally, something that's kind of interesting. Death's Door is coming to PlayStation. It was an Xbox exclusive for a little bit during the summer. I liked it. Switch. It was a good game.
Switch.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll play it now. Like I play like half of it. I'm like, that's good enough.
The Penguin game?
No, it's not. Yeah, it's a Penguin game. Interesting little game.
Say like it's like Zelda-like.
A little bit.
I'm like interested in it.
Yeah, that's cool. All right. When is this coming? Doesn't say.
That's coming next month. Actually.
Oh, next month. Oh, damn, that's fast. Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Dude, that's a fast exclusive then. I guess it's 6 months then, right? Yeah.
2030 comes out.
Nice. All right, cool stuff. All right, next up we got Kart Rider Drift. The Unreal Engine 4 powered arcade racer brings its competitive and combative modes to PS4, and you haven't long to wait to try it. A beta launches in December. Whatever happened to Mod Nation Racers?
That went nowhere. Remember that they had it on the the Vita?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, no, but I'm a sucker for these type of games, so I'll play it. I like all these fucking racing games, especially the kart games. So
I heard Hot Wheels. I heard that Hot Wheels game is pretty fun.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We did a review on that. That was pretty good.
Cool. All right. Next up, we got King of Fighters 15. Open beta. I'm going to ask a very dumb question right now. Wasn't this game already out?
I thought it was out. I mean, I thought that. I kind of skimmed through the state of play.
Yeah.
I just thought it was more DLC, like they were adding more characters.
That's what I thought, but apparently it's the game. It's coming out. Yeah. That's cool. Let me look at this real quick. All right, they got a little bit of an art style now. I wish it looked like 13, man. 13 looks so dope. The hand-drawn one. But obviously that's that takes a lot of time to do those type of games. And then 14 looked very generic, but this looks really nice actually. King of Fighters. So open beta PS4 game next month, December. Or November. All right. Yo, for some reason, I thought we were in November already, bro. It's crazy.
Man, so you're already there, man. You're already out.
Yeah, I know. I kind of am. Yeah, I mean, it ends this week, the month, you know?
Yep. We might as well be there, right?
Yeah. King of Fighters, cool stuff. All right, next up, we got First Class Trouble. The social deception game launches into... Social deception. That sounds familiar. The social
distortion. You're thinking of,
no. I'm thinking about Among Us. The social deception game launches onto PlayStation Plus next month. Find out how you can survive rogue AIs aboard a luxury space cruiser or as an AI, how to pass as a human. I think this was the game. One of my friends was telling me that it looked like Among Us with better graphics.
That's pretty much what the idea is.
Yeah.
And which is also not saying much.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a stylized sort of game, but it's a little more, I guess, less figurative looking,
Yeah.
Less stylized than anything.
What was that?
I heard something.
Yeah, Uptown Finest is now following us on Twitch. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Uptown.
Yeah. The font here looks like kind of Deathloop or some of those other type of games. What is going on? Ooh, thank you for hosting us, man. Appreciate that. We got a lot of love tonight, man. Throwdown. It's because of you here, Armando. That's why, bro. You know? You're bringing us that good vibe, man.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, this seems, not my type of game, but it seems interesting. First Class Trouble. This one was a little bit of a surprise to me. Although I have some comments about this game too, though, bro. We got Star Ocean, The Divine Force. Square Enix marks the 25th anniversary of the sci-fi fantasy RPG series with an announcement of a new title coming to PS5 and PS4 next year. The gameplay looks cool. I like Star Ocean games, except for the last one. The last one was not all that. But I have to say this, man, because I'm looking at the concept art.
Phantasy Star Online.
Yeah, by the way, it's not an online game. And the cool thing about Star Ocean is it is the Phantasy Star game I want, because Phantasy Star is all online now. But what bothers me about this game is, like, okay, freaking Aki Man is doing the concept art, and the game doesn't look anything like his shit. You know, I'm like, come on, and you can't tell me, oh, the engine can't. Of course it can. You know, I'm playing Tales of Horizon right now. When the camera zooms in close, you actually see pencil brushes. They added that in there, even though they don't need to. You know, so they could definitely do that if they wanted. But the game looks cool. It seems like you can fly around everywhere now. And more JRPG goodness is always a good thing. So I'm definitely down with that. It's just, I just wish the characters looked like the concept art, you know, because they could do it. They could do it. And like I said, it is the closest thing we're going to get to an actual Phantasy Star single player game, you know, because it's all about PSO now. It's been like that for 20 years, man. I've been complaining this entire time. You know?
Like, where's the next Phantasy Star? It's already out. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. You know? And last, and maybe least, we have this game called Little Devil Inside.
This is the third or fourth time they've shown Little Devil Inside. I've actually been keeping track of this game ever since it was like a Kickstarter title.
Yeah.
It's got a nice style to it. That's what attracted it to me, but I'm not so sure about the survival aspect of the game, which is I'm not too big on those things, so we'll see. But yeah.
I don't know if you saw. I don't know if you saw what I did, man. I went like this. In one eye, in one ear, out the other. I'm like.
And the only thing I can say about it is I enjoyed the style, the sort of little characters and stuff like that. But
this is like a train simulator game.
No. He's like a monster hunter, and he takes all kinds of different different sorts of quests and stuff for different people, and he has like a research team, which is that tall looking guy and a little fat like Mr. Watson looking guy, and they sort of help you, and you got to protect them and stuff like that, and it has a little bit of a survival aspect to it where you got to cook food and all that other silliness. So I'm like, that's the aspect of it that I wasn't really interested, because I always just wanted to have just a sort of nice little straightforward little action game. But it seems like they're really dead set on trying to essentially make you sit around for a little while and make some food.
I guess. By the way, quick shout out to Big Daddy X for the 245 bits, man. Appreciate that. That's another cat. He's been with us for since the beginning. You know,
since the 70s.
It's the 70s, right? We've been here since before podcasts even started, man.
Exactly.
You know?
We did the shit via newsletter. God damn.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right. So that's it. State of play. Any
state of what? Did we really need to? I mean, I get it. You want to showcase these sort of indie developers. That's fine. But did we really need to have the editing team really edit this thing together? Or couldn't this just be thrown on the PlayStation blog and we're good to go? No?
Yeah. Go ahead, Armando.
I don't know. I don't want to say it was completely purposeful, but I think it's funny how a year ago we were looking at this console situation. We were like, damn, Xbox is going into the holidays with no games. PlayStation's got Miles Morales, Demon Souls, Sackboy, all this stuff. Xbox got Xbox Game Pass. And I think at this point they had EA Play already. So they got some stuff. And now this year it's like, all right, cool. Xbox has, Back 4 Blood, I'm playing at all holidays still. Age of Empires is coming out tomorrow. Forza Horizon's coming, Halo's coming. And then PlayStation, I just feel like they just had to say, hey, we got a few things you're going to be able to play this holiday, This game that everybody says is the game of the year is coming out next month. Five Nights at Freddy's is like right before the holidays.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird that they made it a state of play, but I think if you didn't, this would like fly over a lot of people's heads.
I feel
like all they have.
Yeah,
it's almost like they blew their load on the original stuff, like on all the launch stuff, and then now we're in the desert, waiting for the next batch of stuff to come along.
Yeah, no, you're right, because I believe the last state of play was a blowout. It was like they had a bunch of stuff, and I think that's also why a lot of people were like really hyped, even though I was telling them like, yo, calm it down, man. It ain't going to be that type of show. That's why you don't see me getting too upset. Like, I kind of expected this. Don't get me wrong, it would have been nice to see Final Fantasy 16, but that's the game I'm most waiting for. But I know for a fact that's going to get its own showcase. They're not going to do it like, in the middle of a show or whatever. But something you said, though, Armando, that's kind of interesting. But you're right, I didn't really think about this. PlayStation's kind of done this year as far as like big marquee games, whereas Xbox, they got Halo coming, they got Forza, they got all this stuff dropping that's bangers, and as we're going to discuss more on Sunday, Xbox Series X has sold 8 million units, which is really good compared to PlayStation's 10 million. So they're right there.
Yeah.
And this is despite the bullshit with the chip shortage and all the other stuff,
PlayStation sold more than 10 million was the number
like
from
what is it what is it now then? 12 million or something?
I need to pull that.
Yeah, but I'm basing it off of I think July numbers or whatever, but you're right about it. I didn't think about it. It's like Xbox a little bit, if you could get it, because that's still hard to get to. It's a little bit more enticing to PlayStation this winter. Let's just say winter. It's fucking cold in New York.
13.4.
Ooh, damn. Okay, so that's a little bit more of a lead, And
I know they were banking on possibly having Horizon for the holidays, right? Like,
yeah.
Into February, so I know that was like a big blow for them as far as what they're gonna have for the holidays. But I don't know. I think even still, like if they had Horizon coming next month or even in December, Xbox still has Forza Horizon coming.
Yeah, they got Horizon 2, baby.
So I don't know. It's good. It's kind of interesting just how things kind of flipped in just a year in that regard. Next year though,
forget about it. Nobody's gonna have time, bro.
Nope. I don't got the time. I don't got the money. I don't even know. Backlogs are crazy.
Play some Guardians of the Galaxy. There you go.
Yes.
Guardians of the Galaxy. That'll do it. Got some Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh, I just realized something. I forgot to rename the show. So no, this is not throw on your questions. I'll fix that later.
What you doing?
Nah, people know what time it is, bro. All right, let's move on. But still sticking with Sony right here. So this is something that happened during the state of play, but didn't get a lot of traction until this morning. So PlayStation has formed the PlayStation PC label now. Like if you were to buy PlayStation games on Steam, you used to say PlayStation Mobile, right? But that's not really accurate. So now it's called PlayStation PC. So not surprising, they're making a bigger push to have their games on PC, which we all think is a very good idea, because games like Horizon and Uncharted and God of War specifically, they've had their runs why not? Why not put them on PC? But then, of course, we also had Days Gone and Death Stranding, which are more contemporary games. You know, they come out on PC too. Why not? I don't see the issue there. So I think despite the fact that some of these guys were making some Twitter spaces, man, they were not happy. Not happy about it, you know?
Come on, guys.
It's crazy. Armando, what's your thoughts, bro, on, you know, PlayStation games on PC?
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait till they're on PC. I can't wait till they're day one. I can't wait.
Oh.
I'm a bold believer. I can't wait till they're part of a subscription service that I can just pay a nominal monthly fee, like I do almost everything else I consume. I don't know. It's inevitable, like you said. Like once God of War was on there, come on, like that's about it. But I don't know. I'm just interested about when day and date is gonna happen. I think it's more of a when, not as much of a if. Because I think I don't know. I personally think that Game Pass is creating a compelling offering with not just Game Pass, but like the ecosystem that creates. Because like cool, like these PlayStation games are on PC, but I also have to pay for them separately, and like I have to play this game all over again. Like if I'm not mistaken, I can't carry over my God of War or my Horizon or my Death Stranding over there and back and forth.
Yeah.
And
PS Now is on there on the PC.
Yeah, it's available now.
Yeah, so if you want to do it that way,
you gotta stream all those games, and then
you got to stream. By the way, real quick, we got to give a shout out to Alyssa, who's following us Throwdown. So thank you for that. You know, your cohort there, but no, but that's a good point. Here's the thing: I don't see Sony doing that anytime soon, though, because I mean, things could change obviously, but they flat out said we do not want to devalue our games by putting them on PC day and date. So I think they're going to stick with the more traditional Japanese route of like. And here's the thing: with PlayStation, it's a little bit different, right? Xbox or Microsoft specifically. Xbox is just a side hustle for them. They don't need to sell consoles to be successful. Sony, if they don't sell consoles, they're done. I'm talking about the whole brand. The thing that makes them the most money, it ain't Sony Pictures, it ain't Sony Music, it is PlayStation. So I don't see them doing that anytime soon. They still need to get consoles out there. Physical games, not so much, as we're going to talk about a little bit, probably on Sunday. 70% of the games are actually digital sales now. But yeah. Pretty crazy, right? But so I don't think that's gonna happen. But I think you will see more PlayStation games, specifically PlayStation 4 games coming. You know, PlayStation 3 games are gonna be a little bit tougher because of the cell processor or whatever. It'll be very difficult. But I think it's a good move. But just your point, I got a little bit distracted there. The one thing that annoys me about, like, I haven't done it yet, but like potentially playing PlayStation games on PC, I want my trophies to, you know, cross over, man. You know, I would love that so much, because then it would give me, because the thing is, like, even now it's like
trophies. All the trophies on the PC version.
Like if you get Steam version, you get the Steam achievements or whatever.
Oh, so
but it's like
it's
like it kind of defeats the purpose. Like, I love when I play an Xbox game on PC, I'm still getting my Chivos. You know what I'm saying? I love that shit. So the fact that I'm like I want to play God of War right on PC, but it's like I'm not gonna get or trophies. What's the point of this? You know?
That's what I'm talking about as far as like this ecosystem that like Game Pass created. Like I was feeling it a little bit, but when they dropped Hades in August, that kind of like changed the way I looked at it. I was playing Hades on my PC, enjoying it, and one night I was like, you know what? Kind of just want to go play on my Xbox in the living room. Got up, turned on my Xbox. 2 minutes later, I was playing the same save file that I was just playing on my PC from my living room, and that's
isn't that beautiful, man? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, man.
I then decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna go to bed. I grabbed my phone, I grabbed my backbone, and I was playing Hades from my phone, the same save file. And I just think that that's like eventually, like that is going to be hard to compete with, especially because people are just like, oh, well, Xbox had to make Game Pass because they don't got games. Well, they got games now, and I don't know. I've had a good time with
that's it.
Game Pass.
That's the way it should be, bro.
That's exactly what Uncle Phil is going for. Yeah. It's that whole experience. Play it, same file everywhere you go on any platform.
And you create new standards. You know, like before, crossplay, we saw crossplay in a game and we was like, oh wow, that's really cool that they're doing that. Now if I see a game without crossplay, I'm not buying that. It's a waste. That's a waste of my time. Like now for me, that's a standard now. Like the year's 2022, I think it's been long enough where you should be making these games. Like I can play with my Xbox friends, my PlayStation friends, my PC friends. It's too convenient to not, have. I think that's going to become a compelling thing, and I just think there's too much money to be made over there on PC. I don't think.
First time it's a. Oh.
No, go Adam.
Sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think the first time as a group that we played crossplay was for the Back 4 Blood, Tony.
Yeah, it was great. I was on PC. They were on PS5. It was great.
And we did the code, and it worked. So
by the way, I'm getting a call.
Are you getting a call?
All right, go. The bat phone.
Hey, Tony, did I hear that? You made more money from PC? does that sound awfully familiar?
Yeah. Shout out to Brian all the way over there in England.
Oh, yeah, old England.
Hey, question for our guest. How do you feel about the Steam Deck and how it might fit into this whole
oh my God. That's the conversation I got into the other day on Twitter. I think the Steam Deck is gonna... Because, all right, so for me, handhelds competing with like Nintendo, the problem has never been the hardware. If anything, the hardware on like Nintendo's competitors for handhelds, it's always been better. PSP was ahead of its time. PS Vita had an OLED screen in 2011, and Bluetooth that worked. And so like the hardware was never the thing. It's always the library. And so it's like, cool, like none of these platforms were widely accepted as having a better library than Nintendo as far as like a handheld go. When the PSP was out, you couldn't play straight up PS2 games on it or PS3 games on it. PS Vita wasn't playing straight up PS4 games on it. You were playing whatever games were made for that handheld. And I think the Steam Deck coming in presents like an interesting problem for Nintendo where now someone's coming in with an already established library. And in my opinion, it's better than theirs.
Oh, yeah.
Because you can play Red Dead 2 there. You can play Sekiro there. You can play Grand Theft Auto 5 there.
You can play God of War there.
You know.
Yeah, and that goes to something that I like recommented Tony's tweet with earlier, but get into that. But so I think that it just presents like an interesting. I think they just posted a video earlier today playing Street Fighter 5.
Yes, dude.
And it's just like somebody said I would say, how do you compete with that? And somebody's like, well, Nintendo still has Nintendo games. And I'm like, all right, that's cool. They can sell Nintendo games. But then there's like a lane where like a bunch of people are going to say, I'm never buying third-party games on Nintendo's platform again because I reason to. And then the convenience thing comes in again where you can play those games on your Steam Deck. You can dock it on your TV. And you can play those games on your PC. And again, I think that's hard to contend with. That convenience. Like, everybody loves convenience. It's why we pay for cabs. It's why we pay for delivery. It's why we pay to get things faster. We love convenience. There's value in that. And I don't know. Good luck,
Just imagine playing Street Fighter 5 or just playing Grand Theft Auto 4 and just having people take a look. That's a system seller right there. Just the fact that you could play those games.
Yeah.
It's like, what? It's playing there? You're not off the cloud? No, it's on this device. Like, all right, where do I go to pick one of these up?
Yeah. And that thing starts shipping in like a month and a half.
That's it.
Yeah. Who's quarter one, man? Where's the quarter one gang, man?
They're shipping it. They're gonna ship it in a month and a half to like the 5 people that have Q4 2021.
Yeah, for real, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, by the way, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to run like G4. I don't have this in the docket, but like G4 now on this, because obviously there's going to be hardware limitations.
Well,
but if you could stream this shit, my god!
It's all about supporting that browser, the Steam OS browser.
Yeah, Brett, what's up, bro?
Yeah, and they at least through the browser, you can have Game Pass and xCloud.
Yeah, that's right. And PS Now,
PS Now.
Well, if PS Now will support that browser. We know that the browser is supported by Uncle Phil because he said he was playing it. He said he used it for Game Pass. So if Sony wants to be pricks, they could block that.
Yeah, they could. And
man, hold on, I'm fucked up right now, bro, because I didn't think about the fact that I could have GeForce Now on this shit, and because now they have like the whole 3080,
3080.
Oh, that's gonna be so good.
But they have the problem where, remember, that was the whole thing when we first started covering it. It was awesome. They had they had Blizzard, they had Capcom, and then all of a sudden, all these publishers are pulling their games. So a lot of games don't play on there. They're not on there.
Yeah, on GeForce Now.
GeForce Now. That's what sucks.
Yeah, but it's still awesome though, man.
The Ubisoft games today, you can rock the Division. I know.
Yeah, of course, Adam.
But I be like, oh man, that's a day one. I can't wait. I'm gonna stream that shit. Division, I don't care anyway, off the freaking SSD, off the cloud, off of my freaking microwave. I don't give a shit. As long as I can get the Division to work on there. I tear that into my Rockstar table tennis, which I'm gonna have to install Dolphin and do all this other shit emulation because they never released a PC version. But those are the 2 games I'm hyped for. That's the sad thing. That's the 2 games I'm hyped for, and I already own them on other platforms. But I don't give a shit. You know, like our guest said, it's all about on the mobility factor, on the go, and that's what I want to do. Play those shits on the go in my hand.
I bet you wish you could take that save file from that other platform and play
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out.
There you go, man. All right. Yeah, what's up, bro?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, real quick, you mentioned about the whole getting to play God of War and using your saves on PC. Bro, that ain't, you can barely do PS4 to PS5 right now. So I could, you know how Sony, I doubt they'll be able to do that PS5 or PS4 PC.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen soon. But Xbox figured it out.
Well, Xbox, they're
they always do. When
it comes to these kinds of things, Xbox is in light years ahead of PlayStation
and everybody else. Yeah, 100%.
You remember when Xbox One came out, and then we got Major Nelson, all of them were like, "Oh, what about the 360 games?" Oh, it's something with the hardware. We're so advanced, we just can't do it. A few months later, surprise! Guess what we got? Oh, you know, it's like, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, the thing is, because even all the way back to the Xbox, it's always been stuff produced by Microsoft, right? So it's all going to play nicely. PlayStation, every system was something different. Like the PS4 and PS5 are finally the first 2 PlayStation systems that still have x86, right? Before that, it was other shit, So, but even with the x86 systems, you still have these compatibility issues, Like, I'll play Ghost of Tsushima, my save is fine, no problem. Death Stranding, I got to go through hoops, So it's like, come on,
That's
guys,
horrible.
what are we doing here,
Yeah.
That shit is crazy. So, but no, you're right about this. The future. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure because Sony they like to catch up. So they'll get to it eventually.
Yeah, eventually. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, Nintendo ain't doing that shit though.
And they still the market leaders.
Yeah.
So
they have no reason to do it. Yeah.
To do anything. Yeah. And they've been laid back. That's why I'm so happy that Xbox is pushing the button now. Doing a little better, forcing them to say, "Oh shoot, we might have to actually work now."
Yeah.
Competition is.
No, you're right. This is why we like competition. This is why we like competition around here.
I will say though, I also think Nintendo's going to do it. Just it'd take even longer, but
they'll do it in like 20 years.
Yeah.
They'll do it eventually, and then of course the Nintendo fanboys should be like, "Oh my god, that's amazing! It's the greatest thing ever." I'm like, bro, really? We've been doing this. They'll do it when I reach retirement age.
The only issue I have, always still sticking with the Steam Deck, is if you probably saw it was a few weeks ago when they released out the green check. Did you see that? That they on the Steam Deck itself, their OS, they showed the interface, and that there's a little checkbox when you go into the store, and that'll tell you that game is 100% good to go, solid to work on the Steam Deck, which is awesome. They also have one that I think has a little line, and there was another one with the I forgot the other ones, but there are 3 or 4 of them, right, to show you the compatibility on the Steam Deck. That's great for the Steam Deck. What about having that now? Because that's the thing. We got all these sales. You got the GTA 4 Complete Edition is for $5.99. I picked it up. I was like, oh, I can't wait. I want to play some of Steam Deck. It's going to be awesome. But what if that shit don't work? What if I get it and I get the freaking red fucking smoking shit? I'm like, you could be pissed. It's like, so it's like, why don't you just show us now? Because I know so many people that will build up that collection. Especially during the holiday sales and stuff. What? You see that little checkbox, you already know you got your Steam Deck pre-ordered. It's like, get that. People are going to be double, triple dipping on games just to play it on the Steam Deck. Show the checkbox. But they're like, no, it's not. They're like, no, it's not going to be. So it's like a surprise. We got all these games, and we're like, well, you got to remember that Proton list that we were sharing. Right? So they said, yeah, you can go based off of that, but we are reaching out to publishers, key publishers, ones that are still active with their games, to modify the games to get the green checkbox. So I'm just assuming in my mind that a lot of the big publishers with the newer titles will do that. So that way those, let's say the Mafia Collection, Definitive Collection, that's something I was really hyped about. I loved it. I reviewed it, and I would love to play some of those over on the Steam Deck. If you look at the Proton page, those games run like crap right now. On any just the ports itself because of how it's switching over to Linux. hopefully they fix it. But that's what I'm saying. I would just love that when I go on Steam right now and I see these games, I see a little checkbox, and I was like, oh, now I know it's $5, $10, whatever, but it's cheap, and I should double dip. I can get this because I definitely know it's going to work on my CD back without, yes, putting it on Windows and doing all the other workarounds, which you can do. But I want out the box. Yeah. That's all. At first, out the box.
Not come out the box. All right, man. Anything else you guys want to say about PC and PlayStation? All right, I think we covered that. By the way, Carlos, my bad, man. I haven't been doing the Chirons at all, man. So you're gonna have to do some trickery if you want to use one of those segments, you know. All right, let's get it. Yeah. All right, let's get in here, man. Next up, we're switching over to Xbox news now, people. All right. We got to talk about the Halos. Halo Infinite campaign trailer dropped, and we saw some new things and some old things. So, Armando, since you're a guest, man, what'd you think?
About the Xbox?
Yeah, you know,
Halo. The Halo news.
Start us off, man.
I know we had two things. Sorry.
Yeah.
I thought it looked way better than what we saw last summer. And I guess, you know, with the technical previews, I know that's all multiplayer. But the game looks great. I didn't play Halo 5, so I'm not current on the story. I'm just hoping.
Well, no one's played Halo 5 yet.
There we go.
Halo 5?
Yeah, you said
Halo 5.
No,
we played Halo 5.
Oh, Halo 5. Oh, yeah. Why am I thinking Infinite 5? I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I'm my brain fart. Anyway, yeah, I haven't even played it. I'm the one who hasn't played it. You know, Carlos, man, we'll get there one day, bro.
Yeah.
Who's this
one of these days?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not current on the story, but it looks like they may do the story justice. I'm looking forward to the campaign. I'm more looking forward to the multiplayer, though. I'm not gonna lie. I might wait until the co-op to play the campaign.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
That too. So, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I said this before, right? Like, because I really started playing Halo starting in like 2018. It's always been with Carlos, me and Carlos playing. So I'm like, when this shit's not gonna have it at launch, I'm like, I'll wait. Because I don't really care about the multiplayer. That's not really my thing. I just really care about the campaign. But the campaign is cool. Although seeing it, I'm like, oh, are we gonna blow up another Halo? You know, it's like it's going to end with another. We're going to blow up this Halo again. You know, but the graphics look good. You saw our boy Craig got a little bit of a facelift. He has like goatee now. He has like a mohawk and stuff. So I call him Chad. You know,
was it Craig? Was it Craig or was it the Lord of the whatever those zygotes or whatever the hell those things?
Yeah, it was called? Craig because my Xbox Tonight tweeted. You know, they tweeted out a picture of Craig and then what he looks like now. You know, but no, it's not that. It's not that dude that you're talking. I know who you're talking about. They did. People compared him. I forgot the name of that dude. But yeah, they compared to what he looked like in the previous trailer, I believe, to what he looks like now. Wasn't he in one of the other games too?
Yeah, I think he was.
Yeah, I don't know. Those big bunky dudes, as I call them, they all kind of look the same. But no, it's looking good. So I'm definitely looking forward to it getting co-op so I could play it. But just like Armando, I got to get through Halo 5 and some of the other Halo games. You know,
I was going to ask, did you play the Master Chief Collection?
I played, yeah, because we play 1 through 4, right? And then we got to get through the damn it, what's the name? Reach, and maybe if we could do it, ODST, you know, we could squeeze it in there. But Halo 5 is going to be a difficult one because Halo 5 is not available on PC, and I don't have. I mean, I do have an Xbox, but I don't want to take that shit out. You know, I already put it away. Like I needed room for my PlayStation 5. This big ass console, you know. So it's very convenient for me to play it on PC. Again, like you talked about, convenience, bruh. You know. But yeah, what about Carlos, man? You're the big Halo guy. What'd you think of the campaign trailer?
It looked good. I mean, it isn't. It's not something that's like, oh man, this looks completely different. It just looks. It just they showed a little bit more. They showed some new enemies, and like this weird like sword, like red sword. I was like, oh shit, looks pretty cool. And but yeah, other than that, I wasn't like blown away or anything like that. It was just, I don't know. I'm still kind of, maybe if it was before the announcement of the co-op, I would have been more excited. But
yeah.
But yeah, after because I'm not gonna play this game, unless something happens that we've talked about off air.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna play this until next year.
Yeah.
So
I hear you. It's gonna be waiting for you on Game Pass.
It's gonna be waiting on Game Pass, and yeah, whenever
and on your Steam
out,
Deck.
Yeah, and hopefully ray tracing is available by then.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean, it looks good. There's nothing. I even thought the last one kind of looked good. The trailer from last year, but yeah, it's going. Also, talking about the multiplayer. The multiplayer, I'm kind of mixed about, just because a lot of the times that I like to play multiplayer was with my friends back in the day. I don't really like to play multiplayers by myself. So
you don't like those friends anymore, so it all worked out.
And they don't like me.
There you go.
So,
just like Adam don't like you playing Gears,
Oh, yo, Adam, what's up with that, man?
I think I removed you from my friend list. I don't know. We'll work somehow.
That's why I blocked you on my phone.
All right. That's cool.
Yeah, I'll play the multiplayer, but it's not something that I'm gonna be like looking forward to that much. But yeah, as far as the campaign still looks good.
Yeah. Anybody else? Halo. Chris will probably have something to say, but
I'm asking.
Yeah.
What are you guys gonna play it on? Your Xbox or your PC?
My PC for me. Yeah, xCloud. That is an option. Oh yeah, PC for me for sure. Cool. Like I'm not bothering getting an S Series X. I'm like, I got a PC. I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good question.
Or back and forth between both, maybe.
You can.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, that's the good thing about Game Pass. It's like you can literally play anywhere. Well, not literally, but you can pretty much play anywhere on your major devices. Your PC, your Xbox consoles, your phone, your tablets. Yeah. So I'll probably the first time I try it, it'll probably be on a Series X. And just to get a hold of it, but probably when I play it with Tony, I'll probably play it on my PC.
My PC?
My PC? Kill me?
Yeah, Adam, you don't really care about Halo, do you?
Like I used to. No, it just doesn't do it anymore for me. I was one of those that once Call of Duty just started producing the bangers of these Michael Bay type shooters, that pulled me in, and that was it. That was enough. I was like, oh, I'm done.
What's your favorite Call of Duty?
I would say now World War II. Call of Duty World War II. That was done a few years back. Love it.
That's crazy. Okay.
Love it.
That's dope. All right, man. Let us move on. More Xbox. This one's kind of funny. Twitch is coming back to Xbox. What happened to Mixer, bruh?
Yeah. Well,
remember that?
They got mixed up.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of knew this was coming because after Mixer died, they had like no real game streaming, and it's like Twitch. As we saw today, I forgot who posted the numbers, but it's like out of the game streaming stuff, like Twitch is like 70% of the market. Facebook and YouTube are the other components. But yeah, it's like if you're gonna be watching game streams or producing game streams, you're gonna be on Twitch. Hey, we're on Twitch right now, but yeah, so not surprising there, but it's kind of funny because it's like they were just pushing Mixer so hard, they even got Ninja in there, all these other content creators, and then literally a year after that, it's like, it was done, So yeah, I don't really have any strong feelings. I just found it very, very interesting that it went down like that. It's kind of like Xbox, like, okay, yeah, sorry, can you please come back to our platform? Oh man.
Maybe we'll call up Ninja and we'll pay him some more money to show up on our streams. It's funny. They didn't have they didn't have a Twitch app before. That's what it was, right?
Yeah, they got rid of it, I believe, after the Mixer thing.
Funny thing is that they didn't have the Twitch thing, but they were still doing Twitch streams.
Oh, Xbox,
Or
yes,
Xbox
yeah,
games.
they were, yeah.
So theoretically, you could not watch those Twitch streams on your Xbox, could you? Or you ran it, or you had to run an old version of Twitch, right?
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right.
I mean, like, because a reason why I said is because our boy Khalif was actually doing some streams early on for the during the launch of Xbox.
Yeah,
and I'm like, theoretically, bro, nobody's watching, nobody can see this. No, but the audience that's supposed to see this can't see this on the actual console.
You mean like when Mixer was? Yeah, because Mixer was not around for the Xbox Series X launch.
It was dead by then. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow.
So theoretically, they had this. They had these Twitch streams, and nobody on the actual console could see it.
Yo, you could watch the Xbox like Twitch stream on your PlayStation.
On the PlayStation. That's fucking weird.
Yeah, that is crazy. By the way, does Switch have Twitch?
No,
they don't, right?
It only has Hulu and YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised by that? Yeah. Do they still have that? Go ahead.
It's just really surprising. You would think they would have Disney Plus since they have Hulu, but they don't.
No. I forgot my question. Go ahead, Ben.
No, I was gonna say I'm actually surprised that I'm not surprised this came so late, but I actually thought coming into this generation that PlayStation and Xbox were gonna like try to make an emphasis of streaming on like these consoles, because with the growth of streaming, not everybody has a PC to stream off of, and that's like a reality. A lot of people are still streaming off their consoles. So I'm surprised we didn't get like a more streamlined, like a cleaner way to stream on like these consoles and how it looks for the people playing and streaming. That's
a good point. No, you're right about that. I mean, it's still fairly easy on PlayStation. I mean, and Xbox finally got a share button, which is really appreciated. But yeah, you're right about that, especially nowadays since streaming is such a big thing. I believe Twitch alone gets like 5 billion, or is it? Yeah, it's got to be 5 billion, right? Like views or whatever a year. It's like crazy numbers, and crazy money too, as we talked about the other day. With that when that leak happened. But yeah, it is kind of interesting. But yeah, Twitch is back on Xbox, so. And it's not effective immediately. I think it's happening fairly soon. I'm not sure when it happens exactly. Let me look this up real quick. I got the link right here, so I can just look it up. But I think it's coming sooner rather than later.
Well, they need to jump on that stuff, especially since they got their cornerstone game coming out, Halo. So people they want.
Okay, check this out. So it says I'm reading this from The Verge. Alpha and skip ahead alpha Xbox testers can actually test it out right now. So it is being tested, which is pretty cool. But I don't see anything here for when it's going to be launching for the public. But I'm going to assume it's soon if they're already testing it out, No,
I mean, it makes a good point. They probably want to get it out for those Xbox. They want people streaming that.
Yeah,
that's how kids make their decision on what games they're going to buy these days. Like, hey, what's my favorite streamer playing? I'm going to go play that.
Ain't that a trip? I still can't get over that. It's like, wait, what? But like my youngest nephew loves Ninja, So it's just wild to me. I'm like, really, dude? Like, he just plays games, But he obviously does something right. He's obviously doing something right. My man works, so more power to him,
Hey, I used to watch Mr. Peabody.
Yeah.
Imagine this is some Black Mirror shit.
Uh-oh.
Imagine in 2,000 years from now, like there's churches of ninjas, like their version of Christ.
Why, he starts a cult? Are you saying he starts a cult?
Well, it's going to become all mainstream in 2 years. It's like everyone's like to go into the church of ninja.
Yo, and just like traditional religions, there's going to be like divisions. So there's going to be like the ninja believers that prefer him with like red hair, and then the ones with green hair, and then they're going to go to war with each other. It's going to be like the Protestants.
The word of ninja shall be.
They're going to go to the church and paste their commandments or whatever. Lutherans. Oh man.
For the longest time, I thought Chris Angel was going to start a cult. I was like, I would follow him. The dude can levitate. He can do all kinds of magic. I see them live. I'm like, yo, I'm ready. Let's do this. Start a cult.
They already got the name. They're the
That's Chris Angel, right? Yeah.
Chris Angel.
But then David Copperfield will come here and be like, what is this? What is this? Street magic.
That street magic, that up close is fucking mind blowing.
I feel like those used to be events on television. Like,
they used to be, yeah.
Is he gonna get out of that water? Like, is he?
Blaine Blaine did one recently. I think it was only on Netflix, but it was with the balloon where he held on to a balloon and they strapped the harness and everything, and he just flew all the way up, almost towards space, like just to the tip of the ozone, and then he just unhooked himself and dropped all the way down. But yeah, it was more of a stunt than magic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of these things are just stunts now, you know?
Yeah.
Like, where's that Houdini shit, you know?
Yeah, well, where do you go
I've
with
seen
that?
Tom Cruise do more impressive
Yeah,
things.
you know?
We'll see. We'll see.
Tom Cruise is standing on a box.
Yeah, right. Oh, man. All right, next up here we got... I wish Chris was here for this, man. Actually, it's kind of funny. You were talking about this because didn't you say this was your first console that you owned, man? N64. So,
yeah.
All right. So there's a little bit of problems with N64 emulation on Nintendo Online, man. So some like input lag, games
controls.
Yeah, they're bad, man. Adam, have you tried this shit?
Fuck no. Unless they put any. Come on, I fucking with my RetroPie over here, my Launchbox on my PC, all the emulators on every damn device that I put with RetroArch. I don't need this shit. Definitely don't need that booty ass emulation that they're using. No.
The views and opinions of Mr. Adam Vale do not reflect that of the Throwdown.
Or the coalition, because I get in trouble. But I'm just telling you, none of that shit. And it's, the controls, all that. But it's all about, really comes down to the games that people want to play. And the games that I played when I did own N64 was pretty much just WWE, WCW games, and Mario Kart. And that was it. I didn't have any other shit.
And they're not re-releasing those WCW games.
They're not. They're not doing it. So Aki's not coming back. It's done. And so there's no need for me to play this shit. Nope.
Yeah. What do you? Go ahead, Carlos.
I'm not surprised by the way that the Mario collection, the most recent Mario collection, played. It was Super Mario Sunshine and 64. They did the bare minimum on those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not surprised that these aren't playing up to snuff. I'm with Adam. I'm not supporting this service. I think it's a scam what they're doing right now with that upgraded tier, quote unquote. But yeah, not surprised by any of this.
Just think of all the cool things that Nintendo could have done with this. They could have had, remember what we had on Xbox years ago for the 360, that virtual arcade?
Yeah,
where you just walked around. They could have done something like that. They would say, hey, $50, and guess what you get? What? And then you just click on the button on the screen, and it just opens up the door, and you just see all these shelves of games. But your little me can walk around, and he can take something off, and like, oh, wow, what's this? Press A button. Oh, I can play this. You see him shove it in an N64 or NES. That would be awesome. Just have all the games, because they're just gonna, like a little bird, they're just gonna spit a little bit in your mouth, and it's never gonna be the shit you really want, and you'll be like, damn, I'm paying $50 for what? Mm-hmm. So
yeah, that's right, it is $50. But
and
then people were pointing out, I was like, yo, how come people who emulate these games do better versions than Nintendo does, which is
because they put effort.
Yeah,
they want to make that shit work.
Well, because they spent years and years trying to get this thing right. Now Nintendo was like, "Oh, we'll do it. All right, hand it over to who's them or what's it, porting company, and they'll call it a day. Also, let's charge them $50 extra."
Shit, my N64 game emulation on my RetroPie here gives me Chivos. Remember my retro Chivos? I got achievements for playing my shit. They can't even do that.
Oh man,
that's next level. Yeah, I mean, I feel almost like y'all, but I definitely got that shit, y'all.
Oh man, they got you, bro. They got you, bro.
That was day one. I was playing Ocarina of Time 15 minutes after I signed up for that. I mean, for me, it was just being able to play Ocarina of Time.
Are you getting that controller? Hell
no. I draw the line somewhere. That is all. The N64 remote is the worst remote ever made. I'm never buying that again.
Yeah, bad.
Yeah, and to charge $50 for that? Oh my goodness. But yeah, the controls are horrible. I literally remember like starting up Ocarina of Time and immediately like pressing a button and being like, that didn't roll. What do you mean?
Shit.
It just felt wrong, like off the rip.
So maybe you'll know this because you have it. So is it 50 plus the 20?
No. It's 50
or is it just
total? It's 50 total, so it's an additional 30.
30. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they also offer a family plan, so I actually didn't pay for it because
you're on a family plan.
One of the guys, one of my friends has 3 Switches. He's out of his mind, but so he had to pay for the family plan anyway. Yeah. So I was like, oh, just throw me on that thing. So I'm not paying for it, luckily. And I guess if you found 7 friends, y'all could each pay $10.
Oh yeah. I had a buddy of mine trying to do that.
Like at that point, like it's cool. I think even if you have like 3 or 4 friends, like that's like $20 each. You're paying the same thing you were paying for your individual, but that's a lot of work just to try to make it worth it. And
you know Bobby's gonna skip his payment. Yo, Bobby, man, where you at, man? You $20, bro.
Just about to do the auto pay on his banking app.
Up.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, yo, Jimmy, where the 20 at, man?
The check's in the mail, man. The check's in the mail. I'll PayPal you. What's your email?
You know, Gustavo ain't paying. You know,
and this speak English.
Yo tengo 20 pesos, you know.
Yo, man, you do speak English. All of a sudden, when you need to pay it, it's now all of a sudden you don't speak English. What's up with that?
Motherfucker.
It's dodging you for $20. You're gonna be like Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness outside dude's crib. I want my $14.
Yeah, that was so sad.
$14. Yo,
that's just really sad.
But damn, lost the point. But like Chris was saying, they did the bare minimums with the 3D collection. They did absolutely nothing with this. Like they just they said get the oldest files or the oldest versions of the games we got, and let's just throw them on. Because I'm playing Ocarina of Time. I don't think this is the 3DS version of the game. Like it's the old one. That
water temple's gonna be all fucked up. You know the way it used to be.
Yeah. So I don't know. You know that's Nintendo. You know that's Nintendo.
Yo, but you know what?
You know what's gonna happen.
Go ahead.
You know what's gonna happen once the Steam Deck comes out, and all the Dolphin and all the other
Nintendo
emulators are on there, and people are gonna do the comparison. But like, yo, I'm playing this. They just dropped, I don't know, some other whack game. No one gives a shit on the Nintendo 64 emulation. And then another dude's gonna show his Steam Deck. Yo, I got all of them on this bitch, and I can play all of them, and I get my retro Chivos.
And a 4K. No, but you know what's a trip though, because they released the Nintendo, NES Mini, SNES Mini. Those were great. The emulation was pretty good on those. So I'm like, how the fuck?
The multiplayer was the key for that.
How the hell did they drop the ball? You know, it's wild, man.
They also got me with that too. Like I was like, oh wait, I could play Star Fox online. I was like, okay, that's interesting. That sold me enough. But yeah, I think they gotta do better. And like I'm saying, like when the Steam Deck comes out, I know someone's gonna do that on purpose. Like someone's gonna load that thing with the N64 and be like, I got every single N64 game on here. Yeah. The wrestling games you're never gonna get,
and paid $0,
and $0 nothing for it. And that's what I think is gonna, again, going back to the conversation we had earlier about like the pressure that's gonna force PlayStation and Nintendo to like make these changes. They're gonna start looking bad, because people whose jobs this isn't even, are doing a better job than you.
Yeah,
that's embarrassing. It's gonna get to a point where it's like embarrassing, And I don't think that Nintendo has the hearts of like children the way they had our hearts, Like they got me to spend that money because I grew up with that N64. Nobody under 18 years old looked at that and was like, "Oh yeah, I want that."
Yeah, especially those games,
Yeah, especially those games. They're like, "Oh, don't buy me that. That's garbage." Give me the Animal Crossing DLC and call it a day.
So, can somebody dump that link I just put in the public chat? I can't, for some reason, I don't have access to the public chat. Because I know some people are asking about the retro achievement, so that it's legit. I'm not.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
I've never heard of that.
Hold on, were they asking about the retro achievements in the chat?
Yeah, if anyone's asking about that, because I know before when I brought it up, I had somebody on Twitter hit me up. I was like, "What are you talking about retro achievement? What's that?" And there's a site, and it links up with your emulation. If you're using RetroArch, there's a setting in RetroArch where you actually go in, you put your username and password, and it automatically links. So every time you use RetroArch, whatever console, whatever device, and you have it set in, when you go to play a game, you'll see it'll say signed in at the bottom, and you'll start earning Chivos from Kung Fu, and you name it, it's out there, and they'll start popping up. And you build that your list. You build your Chivos.
People doing the Lord's work.
Yeah, right. That shit is wild, bro. All right, man. And the last story of the night. I had to throw this in here because I wanted an excuse to make fun of Facebook. Or Meta, as they're called now.
We're going off the beaten path now.
No, we're still on the path. This gave me our segue to it. So you guys know the Oculus Quest, right?
Yes.
It will soon be called the Meta Quest, keeping in line with the company's new name. It sounds like something from Mythic Quest or something.
So wait, is Facebook really changing their name?
Yeah, the name of the company is now Meta.
Yeah, the mother company.
Yeah, like the app. Yeah, the app is still Facebook. Yeah. But the thing is, everything else will be Meta. So they can't call it the Facebook Oculus or whatever. So now it's going to be the Meta.
So
it's so weird, dude.
So the main company is called Meta.
Yes.
But it still has Facebook as the app.
Yes.
Or whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay, why bother rebranding?
They said because the name Meta reflects everything that the company's doing. They don't just do one thing anymore. They do a bunch of things. So they feel the word Meta encompasses or encapsulates, I should say, everything the company's about. But the thing is, like, Meta has become a meme, right? Like, so when Mark Zuckerberg, who looks like a freaking space alien, he comes out, he's like, we are Meta. I laugh my ass off. It was like, really, bro? You said that with a straight face, with barbecue sauce behind you on your bookshelf. Don't think I didn't catch that. Very strange thing. So yeah, they're calling themselves Meta because they feel that encompasses what the company's about. But it's like that's a joke at this point. Oh, look how meta we are. Like it's like, yeah, Facebook calling itself Meta is Meta itself.
Google do
I
something
did feel
like
like
Whoa, one at a time. Carlos, you first.
I did feel like they needed to change their name, especially since Facebook. I don't think the name Facebook just has like this huge stigma on it now because it's always on the news. It seems like every month they're in Capitol Hill.
Right.
It's like Facebook is defending themselves against this. Whether it's this, that, with politics and elections and everything in between.
Yeah.
So I feel like that name is a little bit tainted, but I mean, they obviously can't rename their actual social media thing to Meta. Like they should just keep that as Facebook, and I believe that's what they're doing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The app's still being called Facebook. I'm happy about, all my aunts are going to be happy about that. You can still call it El Facebook, so they're good.
Well, and not only that, but everyone and Tony's recently gotten into this like the last couple of years, but every Hispanic uses WhatsApp.
Yeah, exactly. That's right.
And it's like everyone, my parents, my aunts, uncles and stuff, like te mando un WhatsApp.
Yeah, like, okay. En el WhatsApp.
Yeah, I don't want them to say Meta, man. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, no, that's just the name of the company. You're good, Yeah, it's right because could you imagine? Llámame en el Meta. It's like we don't. Yeah. Pero qué lo que es eso?
Yeah. Meta.
Instagram too is part of that. That's right.
Yeah, Instagram is also part of that.
Yeah.
Meta, it's fine. Obviously, because we're nerds and stuff, and there's like a lot of stuff that we use that term in.
Exactly.
It sounds kind of weird, just them taking that as their company name. But Meta doesn't. I think the name's gonna do them good.
Yeah, I think you made had a good point there. It's like the name Facebook has been mired in all this other shit. They probably needed to change that name, but it again, I think you're right. It's just because we're nerds. We're like, what, Meta, really? By the way, the memes have been hilarious because you had Mark Zuckerberg. They had the 3/5. What is it, Manny? The rule of thirds picture. So he was over here on this side, and down on this side they had the logo, right? So, but it was on a white background, so what happened after that, man? Motherfucker started throwing all kinds of logos on there. They had Wayland Yutani, they had Skynet, they had fucking Raccoon, like Raccoon, Umbrella, like they went all out. It was hilarious. So I've been enjoying the memes. That's why I told people on Twitter, like, yo, send me those memes, bro. And they have been gold, I
wanted to create one, but I was too busy. But the one that I wanted to create, and let me know if this hasn't happened yet. I could release this right now. I wanted to do one with the Zuckerberg and Agent. It's like, Yo, man, we're taking over Agent.
Yeah,
We're gonna release it.
Do it. Yeah, no one's done that shit. There you go. Yeah, Agent's coming exclusively to MetaQuest.
The Meta.
MetaQuest. Like, bro, that sounds like Mythic Quest. That fucking show, you know. Very, very strange. But yeah, you're right. In light of all the craziness that's going on, I understand. Yeah, go ahead.
Are they renaming the Oculus? Did I hear that?
Yeah, motherfucker, have you not been paying attention? I just said that shit 5 minutes ago, man.
Well, obviously I didn't.
Yeah, they're renaming it to the MetaQuest.
Oh, so that's the Meta. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, they're renaming it to the MetaQuest. But yeah, you're right. They're not going to rename, like, you imagine Metagram. Like, what? That sounds like a villain named Metagram. You know,
my name is Metagram.
Yeah, people are saying, "Oh, you're metahuman now."
Well, Zuckerberg.
Yeah, that dude.
He's a metahuman, or he's an android. I'm an android.
I think he may be an android. Although apparently he likes barbecue sauce. Can someone please explain that? Like, why does he have barbecue sauce holding up his books? You know, like I feel like I'm
crazy.
Yeah.
Maybe he's younger than you guys.
Oh, I know he is. Of course he is.
Oh, yeah.
So, and he seems like he's an out of touch person, like from like he's like 70.
He's
I just don't...
well, he's also a super nerd. That could also make
you
seem older.
Yeah. It's like socially awkward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Kind of funny that dude created Facebook, which is like a social network.
Well, him and those twins.
Yeah.
The twins.
And the Winklevi.
I want to know if he is anything like the movie version of him. You know, because that dude was weird. You know, in the movie.
You mean Lex Luthor?
Yeah. You know what? But you know what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, he kind of looks like he would act like that. You know?
Yeah. Yes.
And it does.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. No, but you're right about. You know, Carlos. There's some young people I've noticed. I'm like, are you from this era, bruh? You know, like you meet them sometimes. Like it's like you're from the 1920s or something. You know? It's crazy.
There is one person that's kind of like that, but I won't say their name.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm going to say that off air, but I know somebody like that too. It may be the same person. I don't know if we know him.
It might be the same person.
Yeah,
we've talked to this person fairly recently.
Yeah, I think
you shouldn't talk about him. It's his birthday. Come on.
Yeah.
Because he's not here, don't mean you gotta go there with this.
Don't trust anything Kimishima says.
You know. Oh yeah, Chris would have gone off on that story. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, so yeah, there you go. The MetaQuest. Oh man,
to the MetaQuest.
All right, man. Okay, let's end things off here. Actually, Armando, you still got a little bit of time.
Yeah. 100%.
All right. Yeah, I just remember like, oh yeah, you don't have to work. It's like I don't want to keep you up, bro. You know, I'm the one that's got to work, and I'm still here. But because I was about that in the show, I was like, all right, let's keep it going a little longer.
I gotta work on a graphic for the last podcast episode, anyways. So.
Yeah, there you go, man. You know, again, this is the time to make moves, bro. You know, when you got more free time. But yeah, let's get into it, man. What games have we been playing lately? So we'll start with you, Armando. What have you been playing lately?
I've been playing Back 4 Blood and New World.
Mostly. Oh, how's that? Because I heard that game is all encompassing.
New World's been fun. Yeah, I'm liking the loop. I've got maybe 15 hours in. Someone told me it was like RuneScape, like the skills were like RuneScape, and I was like, oh damn, you're gonna get me to buy this game now. I haven't put too much time in because I've been playing Back 4 Blood with friends. And nice. I've been doing more work in the past few days, so I haven't been playing too much. But I'm really looking forward to Forza though next week. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm just waiting for that to get some good gaming in again. It might jump back into Kenna too because I didn't finish that.
Oh, okay. I still got to jump in on that.
Yeah. Kenna's good, man. Kenna's good.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
Yo, the other day speaking about Forza, I had this revelation. Because I was like, Forza looks cool, but I don't know if I want to pay for that. And then I heard that voice in my head like, yo, Tony, you don't got to pay for it, bruh. Like, oh shit, that's right. Game Pass, so I will definitely dabble for sure on my PC. All right. Yeah. Anything else you've been playing or is that it?
No, that's pretty much it. Oh, sorry. Nintendo got me on the 3D collection.
Oh,
the new collection. So I've been playing Ocarina of Time too over the past few days.
Good stuff. All right. Now let's go to the MVP of games you've been playing lately. Adam, what have you been playing lately, man?
Adam, but by the way, before you go, if you name a game after all the stuff that you've been telling us you've been doing, I'm gonna go to your house and slap you.
Well, damn. All right, let's see. The Marvels, Guardians of the Galaxy. Of course, we did the Back for Blood. And I want to play with you guys some more with that one.
Yeah, we got to finish that shit.
Metroid Dread, playing that. Dying Light, the Platinum Edition, did a review of that. That's awesome. Loving that.
Oh,
shit. Never really played the DLC. I don't know, fucking voodoo shit that they did to get this game to work.
On Switch, right?
As good as it does. Yeah, on Switch. Freaking amazing. Let's see, with the kids, they're playing the Streets of Rage 4 on the Switch, because my other Switch I brought downstairs, and I have them playing it because it's a co-op and you put it on easy to get like 10 lives or some shit. They love it. They've been playing with them on that. Trying to think, is there anything else? Oh, and then Riders Republic. Working on a review of that. That dropped today for everybody, so I'm looking forward to jumping in with everyone. I think you can have up to like 60 or some ridiculous amount of people riding on a bike. Yeah, that downhill. So that should be dope if it works, right? Because that's always the whole issue with these multiplayer games. If it works. What else? I feel like there's something else that I'm missing. But yeah, those are the majority of the ones, the big ones. And then, of course, we got Call of Duty. But no, the ones I've been playing, all those, yeah.
Yo, Carlos, he named like 10 games, bro.
I don't know how you do it, man.
It's power.
That's it. Coffee and booze, and just making sure. And that's it. That's it.
You're crazy, man. All right, Manny, have you gotten a chance to play anything lately?
Oh, I played a little bit of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Nice.
Excuse me. With that. So yeah, it was had a little little plug. We actually did we did a nice little unboxing not long ago, so that's going to be going up soon. But yeah, I got the special, I guess the deluxe edition for the PlayStation 4, and it was nice. I mean, I'm gonna say this, about the people like to play, be like, oh man, those old games, for the previous generations don't look that great. That game looks damn good. I mean, I don't know how much better the other one looks, but it looks about the same. But
so, what do you think of the dialogue? There's so much dialogue. I mean, these people are constantly talking.
They like to talk.
It's amazing.
It's not too bad.
I think it's good. It's very natural.
They feel alive. They feel alive. It feels like you're really there. Like,
yeah.
Go ahead. Just out of curiosity, if you, let's say you got a PS5 like next week, how much would they charge for the upgrade, or do they even charge for an upgrade?
I bought the deluxe edition and it comes with the upgrade.
Oh,
yeah, nice. You are very forward thinking with that.
No, I mean, I just wanted the art book and all the other stuff, which also is a surprisingly good art book for what it is. I mean, really great concept work inside of there. So
yeah, you'll see that in our unboxing. Again, I would have had it earlier, but my ass has been busy. And that's why I'll just segue to me. That's why I'm still slowly ticking away at Tales of Rise. Manny, I've become like you now, man. Where traditional you, where I only unless Guardians of the Galaxy was the only time in recent memory where I got open on a game, but when it's my own time, maybe 2 hours a week now, because even after work I still got to work. Deadlines, embargoes, and news waits for no man. I'm slowly making my way through it, and I do want to eventually get to Metroid Dread after that. I know that's a shorter game, so that'll be kind of good. I don't know what I'll play after, but yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy, I played that last weekend. My review's up on Tom's Guide. Game's fucking dope. Potentially my game of the year at this moment. Whoa!
I'm up there with you.
Yeah, it's really good. I need to finish Tales of Rise. That's also keeps getting better and better. But yeah, Guardians is a special game, man. It really is.
Which one was the game? Your game of the year before that?
Previous, because remember, it always evolves as the year goes on. Ratchet and Clank was my game of the year.
Ooh.
So far my I guess 4 favorites of the year are Ratchet and Clank, Resident Evil, Tales of Arise, and Guardians. Fantastic games. You know, and you guys know for me this year has been kind of whack, so I appreciate those games for actually being good. I know there's a lot of indie games, but you know me, I don't fuck with those too much like that. You know,
if you had a fifth game, would Deathloop be that fifth game?
Yes, I forgot about Deathloop.
There you go.
Yeah. There you go. 5 games. Yeah, Deathloop is fantastic. You know, I want to get back to that as well. But yeah, that's what I'm playing. Just slowly making my way through that Tales of Arise. You know, and hopefully I'll have more time to play games. You know. All right, Mr. Murdoch, what have you been playing lately? Is Brett there? He might be muted right now. He's been talking.
Yep.
There he is. What's up, brother?
I've been playing some Witcher.
Update. How is the journey going this time?
Brett. I'm listening.
It's good. I can definitely tell Witcher is a little rough around the edges. So I don't know.
Witcher
it's one of those
3,
things,
by the way, right?
Yeah, Witcher 3. You know, I've had the game crash as many times as I've had monster battles, I guess. So yeah. So I've completed like 3 contracts, and I've had the game crash on me 3 times.
Damn.
So, yeah, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as Cyberpunk, but it really, in hindsight, makes me like, I don't know why we're expecting so much different. But overall, that's you know, having a good time and enjoying it for the most part. Gonna keep riding that wave.
Nice. So that's like your main game right now?
Well, that I'm always playing a little bit of Fallout 76. I've got some Diablo.
You've been liking that Diablo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. You still play with Chris every so often?
I played with him since we got last time.
Oh boy, Chris has been.
We'll need to.
Yeah, good stuff. And Mr. Romero.
Yeah, the only thing I've been playing, and it's really like not as frequent as I wanted to, is Metroid Dread. I think I think I'm more than halfway through the game, which isn't saying a lot because it's not a long game.
Yeah, it's like 10 hours I heard, which is really nice. Like, you know.
Yeah, like 10 hours. I'm really enjoying that game. That game is probably expecting what I'm expecting through the end of the year, probably a contender for Game of the Year.
Yeah.
I'm still haven't decided whether I like that more or Ratchet, but it's up there. Metroid Dread is great, and I think that's the only thing I've been playing. I'm torn because, you know, I do want to play more games after that, but man, there's a lot of stuff that's coming out, and I still.
Do I have you on Switch?
I blocked
as
you.
a friend. The only reason why I ask is because I always have one person always on, and I never check. You know, it tells you one friend's on. I'm wondering if it's you just playing.
That's
Dread
not
also.
me.
That's not you.
Me. For me, that's K-Cube. Tony, you know.
Okay, yeah, K-Cube. That's my boy. Yeah.
I think every time I get on, I always see him on. I don't know if it's just a coincidence, but like he's always on when I'm playing. But no, that's probably not me, unless my Switch is like always on. But yeah, that I've been playing Metroid Dread, and so I'm thinking either because Deathloop is a game that I definitely want to play.
Yeah, got to play that. That's not a long game either, dude. So you're good, you know.
Guardians is another one.
Yes.
Forza Horizon 5 is another one, and next. I think next week, right, Adam? Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, man, Vanguard. 80 gigs, free up that space. 80 gigs.
Hey, listen, 80 gigs is better than 200 gigs. Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. So, and the preload started 8 minutes ago. So, for those that want to get it, so make sure to have that ready for next week. And looking forward to that. I think Call of Duty, I'm going to play it day of.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Get through that campaign.
That's you know? Yeah, the campaign. That's
campaigns are always good.
I just hope, and I'm sure they'll have this when we preload, is that what they did in the last one, which is great, is that they're all broken into parts. So you could have all your campaigns in one part and then your multiplayer. So that way, once you finish the campaign, if you're done and you know you're not going to go back again, usually they're fairly short, so you can run through it and then just delete that. So that way you could just have the multiplayer on your drive with Warzone and all that.
I think they did
zombies.
that.
They did it with the last one.
Yeah, because the going to downloads, go to downloads. Yeah, campaign. They have a campaign 1, campaign 2, and
Yep,
then
yep.
another just
Hmm.
called
And then they
Vanguard.
got and then they got the zombie and stuff. And so it's which is great because then if you're not going to play those again, instead of just it sitting there and taking up all this space,
Yeah, that
you
is
can
good.
dump it. You can dump it and just keep the
So
multiplayer stuff.
you can do that for what is it?
Cold War.
Let me check. Yeah, Cold War, because I have
Yeah.
Cold War, but I can't delete sections of it. I can only delete the one thing, which is like 225 gigs.
In
Dang.
Cold War?
Yes, unless I'm not, because I put select items to delete, and it's
Because
can only
I was
select
one of the
one.
first things. Like when I reviewed that one, I made sure I did the campaign, and yeah, there was multiple endings, but I just ran through it. I did my part, and I was like, I need to save fucking space, and dumped that shit, and it just kept the multiplayer.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
so-
we go. I found it.
Oh shit! Erase some stuff then, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Free up that space. You know.
And you could always download it if you want it again later. But I mean, who really goes back to that unless you? I think Rich. So
Oh,
Richard
yes.
Bailey Jr.
Oh,
he,
yes.
he went back to do
The
some
Great
of the
Series.
multiple endings. He's like, I want to really see the multiple endings. I was like, yo, I'll send you a YouTube link. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to waste time to go through that shit. Yo, man, we can make this happen quick. Oh shit! And House of Ashes. That's what else I played.
Yay!
Because a buddy of mine was doing a review and that had co-op, so I was like, all right, let's jump in. Those fucking games are beautiful, man. They do such an amazing job with that. Oh, so good.
I still don't know how you find so much time to game. Fuck.
Damn, man, I don't know either. Every moment that I'm not spending with the wife, kids, or my day job, it goes to this. I don't. It's a lot of multitask. Got some other screens over here, and I'm fucking playing some TV shows that suck, and that's it. That's what I'm doing.
Oh man! By the way, Logic Wins in the chat says the other big game that's coming out is Shin Megami Tensei 5. You know, I have mixed feelings on that because it's like I like those games, but those graphics, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Atlas. They do great games, but man, that looks rough.
Yeah, man. By the way, you guys heard the composer of the Persona games? He's moving on to another company. He's like, oh man, I think he's doing something independent. I'm like, bro, that's like the music's like the heart of those games.
Yeah, they
You
had
know?
some great.
So
Isn't he?
soundtracks.
Was it? It wasn't. Oh no, was it Yakuza? The director of Yakuza.
yeah, he's leaving.
That's gonna
He's leaving
leave.
too. Yeah.
Man, that's not
yeah.
gonna be the same.
I don't know.
Well,
man.
you know what? It's there's the allure of owning something on your own and not having to be beholden to whoever.
Well, the Yakuza guy's gonna be beholden to China. You know, he's working for one of their companies, but the composer dude, he is going independent. You know, he's doing his thing. So I could get that, but it's like, man, the music's so good though. You know,
there's a point where you want to own your own stuff. You want to have your own, you want to have your own thing. Because, if you think about it, after all this said and done, the video game industry doesn't do residuals.
Yeah,
When those
no, they
games
don't.
sell millions after the fact, they're not getting any money. So, own your own shit.
yeah. No, that makes sense, and obviously wish him the best of luck. And I'm curious to see how the music's going to be in those games moving forward, man. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us, man. So Armando, thank you for joining us tonight, man. Had a lot of fun having you here. So please plug your stuff, man. Where can people find you?
No, well, firstly, thanks for having me. It was a good time. I knew it was gonna be. And you can find me everywhere at Chancleta Mangu.
That's
The best thing. Yo, as soon as I saw this dude started following me, I'm following back. I have to. You know.
By the way, that is rivaling Tortilla Senpai.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the two best ones.
Tortilla Senpai.
Tortilla Senpai. Yeah, shout out to Adriana, man. She's awesome.
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hated this name when I first got it, but
Yeah.
it's grown on me.
Nah, you gotta have it with pride, man.
Yeah.
You know.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what it is? It was given to me as slander, and so it was hard for me to cling on to it like that. But nah, it's stuck. It's stuck since then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Chancleta Mango and everything.
That's what's up, man. And when does your show normally go live?
Oh yeah. Normally we're live Thursdays now at 7 p.m. Eastern. Whenever sometimes 6 won't work, so we'll do 7, but like that early evening on Thursdays, right before Throwdown. So
Hey.
up in here, chill with us, come back in here.
No, you guys in the chat, man. You know, and you guys listening, please show them some love, man. Great podcast, really chill environment. You know, good people, very knowledgeable about games, very passionate. I saw your clip that you had when Sora was announced. I was like, yo, I wish I could love something like that. You know, we should have had you on that episode because I think it was just like a sentence for us, like, oh yeah, that happened.
No, man, I mean, granted, I'm not into Smash Bros, but
you weren't here that week. Though, you know,
where was I? Oh,
you were at Comic-Con.
You can find me in New York Comic-Con.
Yeah, because we were like, Manny probably would have had something to say about this. Yeah, you know?
Manny was the only one.
Yeah, because like, and the rest were like, we don't care about Kingdom Hearts, we don't care about Smash Brothers. We're like, you know.
I was hype about the Sora one, but I was really hype about the Sephiroth one. That one was like, I heard the music and I was like, no way, like just no way. And then they panned to Cloud, and I was like, oh my god, they're really doing it. But yeah,
that's dope. But that's what we want to see more in gaming, man. Real enthusiasm, you know. Us old bastards, we ain't got it in us no more, you know. Although if you give me some good shit, I'll go crazy, you know.
I mean, if even I do play Smash Brothers occasionally, but I'm not too hyped about the new characters. But if it was Master Chief, I would have probably lost my mind.
Yeah. You know, well, you can find him. You can find him on Fortnite.
Oh yeah, he can.
Yeah. By the way, Paul Atreides with a boombox dancing, that shit don't look right in Fortnite, man. It does not look right. Oh god.
Especially when you find out something about that character. That
you know.
Wait, chill.
I ain't talking.
Yeah, man. Too much spice, man. He had too much spice that day. He started dancing, you know.
Yeah,
I'm just glad Adam hasn't read that damn book.
No, you know, he would have spoiled everything, you know.
What book?
Don't worry about it. Yeah, Walking Dead.
Oh no, that freaking Doom crap. All right.
Oh,
I hated it.
Hated it. Oh man. All right. Let's plug some stuff, man. Manny, what you got?
Well, I do have. Well, unfortunately, let's see. No, I put those away. But anyway, yes, out right now is the Wonder Woman and the Amazons #1. Came out I think last week on Wednesday. So yeah, it was great to have that finally out in the ether. And Wonder Woman and the Amazons 2 is coming. Next up, I have a little announcement to make. I will be on the Dave Wonder YouTube channel talking about Ninja Turtles, my old job from about 10 years ago. I worked on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles show, 2003 to 2009 series.
Yo, Manny, that wasn't 10 years ago, man. Just saying.
It was 10 years?
No, it was like almost 20 years ago, dude.
It was almost 20 years ago. Anyway.
It feels like yesterday.
It feels like, well, here's the thing. Like, I'm counting it from the day I ended off. So, from 2009. So, this probably 10 or 11, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to be talking about Ninja Turtles, my time on the show, all the, fun little stories on Dave's, Talking Turtles show, which will be on at 7 p.m. Central Time, and I think 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. So,
shit, we better go see Dune early that day,
Well, that's on Saturday, so it's going to be coming on the evening. So
yeah, because remember we're going to go see it on Saturday. Unless you want to see it on Friday,
No, man, we're gonna go see it on Saturday. That's why I'm coming up.
Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. And you get ready for some Pernil, on Friday night.
Oh!
All right. Adam, what's up?
It has been a minute.
I was going to ask you, how long has it been since you had Pernil, man?
It's been a while because, we don't...
Not for me.
Adam, he got that injection,
I did visit my uncle, but my uncle did, he did other stuff. He didn't cook any Puerto Rican food, but it's been a while. So
Adam, like before, because your Mama Dukes came over, but like how long had it been before that?
5-6 years.
Damn, fuck.
Yeah, a long time. Too long. Because I think about it, not even when I went back to visit in 2018, we didn't have that. She made some other shit. I don't know whatever it was, but it definitely wasn't that.
It was probably banging though,
Usually makes like lasagna.
And,
she made stuff like that. So But yeah,
and I think we were. You were there for that. Remember, Danny was grilling.
Remember Danny?
Yeah, Danny was grilling. So
that's our uncle.
yeah, Uncle Dave. So he was doing that. So
good stuff. All right, Adam, what you got to plug, man?
Well, everything I just said, check it out over at the Coalition. Bunch of reviews. But for I Am Negan, the TWD Universe podcast, we did a change. We consolidated. So we're just doing. So we have Walking Dead proper Mothership, and then we got Fear the Walking Dead. We just posted episode 3, Cindy Hawkins. That's up, right? Myself and Richard Bailey Jr. And since World Beyond is pure crap. We no longer cover it to that extent of just having it as its own series. What we're doing is, if it's anything relevant, because we're still watching it, Rich and I, if there's anything relevant to the Mothership or to Fear, because it keeps saying and hinting that there's going to be some tie-ins, then we'll spit that out. But overall, I mean, no one cares about it. Everybody was watching, the other ones are viewers, and we had nobody watching, maybe like 2 or 3. It was ridiculous how low it was. So it was like, what's the point?
Rich had some strong words on the Doom podcast about it.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah,
it's just pathetic. It's disgusting to watch. Like, and as I'm watching, I just feel like rage quitting every time because I was like, this is fucking. It had no business being within the universe or even having that tagline of calling it Walking Dead. Anything. Wow. No, this should be on like free form for some teens right after school, to watch this bullshit.
What is this, like YA Walking Dead or something?
It's just really bad. I mean, it's like a teeny bop show. It's like there's all kinds of craziness going on. There's zombies, there's killing also, but then the kids that they're focusing on seem to be oblivious to all of that and have their own issue and talking about, I really like this guy. And
CW shit.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is it? This is not what I want. If you're in that type of situation, you should be stressed about your surroundings, not about your feelings with this fucking Joe Schmo here. Whatever. But anyway, so we Fear the Walking Dead season 7 episode 3 is up. That was awesome. Of course, we got nukes.
Yeah, we got the nuke. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, man, we got radioactive walkers roaming around, infecting people. We had a great episode in a bunker situation and other contaminated motherfuckers trying to break in. It was awesome. It was awesome. So, yeah, that's out now on YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all that shit. So, go check that out.
Good stuff. And Carlos, since you brought it up, and Manny and I did too, go check out our Dune spoiler cast, man, that we did last weekend. A lot of fun. It was me, Carlos, Chris, Dana, Richard, and Jose. Good stuff. A lot of strong.
I wasn't on that, but I'll say one thing with the Dune: you have to be a fan of the books. I read the first book and then I walked away, but you have to be a fan because it's heavy on the accuracy of the book. It's
really spot on, And
it's just, I don't know, it dragged for me. It got great toward the last hour, but the first part was like, it's all the book stuff.
Yeah, no, we could talk about it later, but I fucking love that movie. Like, Adam, I saw it twice in a row. I'm like, and then I'm seeing it again on with Manny. I'm still hyped. I'm like, I need to see this again. I haven't had that feeling since Lord of the Rings. I'm like, this is real right now.
To go see a movie multiple times.
Yeah, I haven't done that in years. I haven't seen a movie in multiple. Like, this is real right now, and I'm so happy we're getting that sequel. I'm so happy about that.
Last time I did that was for Crank 2. I saw that like 3 times.
Adam.
High Voltage. I fucking love that movie. Look at him. I love the movie. I saw it myself. I saw it with a buddy, and then I was dating this flight attendant at the time, and she came and she was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, there's a movie that just came out. I didn't even tell her that I seen this shit twice already. And we went down to 42nd Street, right, the Lowe's. It's right next to the Cold Stone that was there, and we watched it, and I was just holding myself back of like saying, what's this fucking scene with this the dude he catches a seizure while on the scooter. Oh my God. Nuts.
Shit.
I love it. High Voltage. Oh, so good.
The Adam stories, people. Adam stories. All right, man. So that's going to do it for us on Throwdown. So make sure you follow us on Twitch and Twitter and join the Discord where it is always popping, where Mob Hits is always dropping the crazy ass rumors, You can find us on any podcast app by searching for Throwdown Show. That's 2 words, Throwdown Show. And you can visit throwdownshow.com to listen to past episodes. And if you're watching us on YouTube and you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of when Throwdown questions and Throwdown clips, Armando's favorite, goes up. You know, and please hit like every video, hit like and comment. That helps us out, man, because YouTube is a struggle bus right now. So we need all the help we can get there, you know. Links to everything down below. Once again, our show is Tony Polanco, and tonight I was joined by Emilio Lopez.
See you next time.
Carlos Romero.
Peace out.
Adam Vale.
Remember, it's trick or treat time, and I'm gonna be Jack Sparrow.
Oh, that's
I'm gonna
gonna
have
be
the dreads and
interesting.
everything, so I'll post some pictures up on that. But that's
Come on, you
cool.
literally look like Jack Sparrow.
It'll be cool.
That's
It'll
not
be
much
cool.
of a stretch for you, boy.
Well, I got the hair thing. We got the whole wig with the dreads and the bandana, so it'll be cool. We'll see.
All right, Brett Murdoch.
Deuces.
And of course, Mr. I'm gonna call you this, man, Chancleta Mangu.
Hey, ya tu sabe.
Yeah.
I was gonna say deuces too, but you know, deuces.
All right, people. We'll see you on Sunday. Later.
See you guys.
Later, people.
Hey, take care, everyone.
Hey, take care, everyone.